9 ways to optimize offers for $1 million profits in 2025. How many of y'all can handle that? Say me. Okay, so nine ways to optimize offers for $1 million profits in 2025. How many of y'all can handle that? Say me. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay some groundwork. I'm going to lay some groundwork to show you why. I told somebody this week that things don't stay the same. They're either getting better or they're getting worse. Now, are you going to let this whole day go by and you don't get any better physically? What? So glad I did. Why? Because the satisfaction of accomplishment is far more satisfying than the satisfaction of indulgence. And if we would all learn to sacrifice short-term pleasure on the altar of long-term profits, benefits, improvement, our lives would be better off. So I'm going to go over to my trusty digital blackboard, and I'm going to show you why this whole thing about offers changes the game. You say, I don't like offers. Well, you better fall in love with them, because if you don't learn to make offers, you'll just be taking offers all your life. And guess what? If all you do is take other people's offers, nobody else is going to design an offer that's in your best interest. So if you don't design an offer, if you don't live a life by designed offers, you're going to live a life by default offers. And that is your default is going to be to take whatever offer somebody else gives you. Here we go. So the reason that people think poor people and middle class people feel like, everybody say feel like. They feel like everything is expensive because they pay for everything with money they've exchanged their time for. About right now, here's what we do. We don't pay for things with money we've exchanged our time for. See, if you do this thing, and you pay for things with money you've exchanged your time for, if you do this illustration here, and you keep on, I'm going to go take my time, and I'm going to trade it for some money, and then I'm going to take my money, I'm going to go get the stuff I want, I'm going to buy my food, my clothes, my car, my house, my blah, 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 blah. So what happens is, you become poorer and poorer because you feel like everything's expensive because you feel like you're paying for everything with your life. Do you know why you feel like that? Because you are. Time is the stuff life is made of. So I'm literally trading my life for something that becomes worth less over time. Then I trade that for something that depreciates down to nothing over time. So if you're a creative entrepreneur, here's what you do. So this is you're a creative entrepreneur. You get this idea. It's like a eureka moment. You're like, right? And then all of a sudden you get this idea. And we don't pay for things with money we've exchanged our time for. You know how creative entrepreneurs pay for things? We pay for things according to our creativity. What does that mean? According to our creativity. Notice, I didn't say we pay for things with our creativity. I didn't say we pay for things from our creativity. I didn't say we pay for things out of our creativity. What did I say? We pay for things according to our creativity. What does that mean? Well, the reason I say according to our creativity is because if you're paying for it with your creativity, after you use the creativity's gone. If I say out of, the creativity's gone. If I say with, the creativity's gone. But I pay for it according to my creativity. Why do I say that? Because when I use my creativity and I create an idea, I come up with an idea, right? And this idea is worth something. And then I communicate that idea to somebody, and I communicate it in the form of an offer. This is an offer. And I create an offer. Now, the offer is like a question mark that can turn into an exclamation point. But when I create this, when I use my creativity, do I have a limited amount of creativity or an infinite amount of creativity? I have an infinite amount of creativity. Think about how much better our lives are today than lives were 100 years ago. Forget 100, 50 years ago. Forget 50, 10 years ago. There's so much more that's available to us now than there was. That's why some people wonder, well, I don't understand why the stock market hasn't crashed. It can't just keep going. Well, the reason is because people are using their creativity. Entrepreneurs are using their creativity to create more and more value in the marketplace. And as they do, that value that they create creates more and more wealth. Now, I'm not saying the stock market won't crash. It'll reset. But the reason it hasn't yet and it seems like it should have already, is because technology is doubling so fast that all these creatives are figuring out new ways to create like opportunities that didn't exist before. So I'm going to create an offer, and then somebody's going to say yes to my offer, and watch this. They're going to pay me for my offer. Okay, now, here's what's cool. They pay me for my offer. Now, this offer is an unlimited asset. I almost wrote resource. Asset. Like my creativity, I am the ultimate resource. My creativity is one of my resources, as a resource of this resource. But the offer that I create, it's an unlimited asset. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Then somebody gives me money for the asset, and then when I want to go buy my red sports car, I trade the money that they've paid me for the red sports car. This is one of the main reasons why the rich get richer and the poor get poor. I even got a fancier sports car with a bigger spoiler. Okay, so this is why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Because what happens is, I trade this money for this car. I don't have the money anymore. But guess what? When I create an offer, do I still have my creativity? Check, I still have my creativity. I create the offer. Do I still have the offer? I do. I exchange it for the money. I don't have the money anymore. I trade the money for the car. Guess what? Even after I spend this money, the offer spits out more money. And then it spits out more money. And my objective is to create enough really good offers that they spit out so much money that it doesn't matter what I buy. My money keeps growing because it's my money, my depreciating assets are growing unlimited, are growing exponentially and unlimited. Here's what I mean. Jeff Bezos created Amazon. You know why? Because he realized before I realized that I hate going to the store. And he figured out a way so I can buy stuff and they just put it on my front porch every day. Oh, and by the way, he became one of the richest people in the world. Why? Not because he solved his problem, but because he solved mine. And see, one of the reasons you have such a hard time financially is because the only person's problem you're seeking to solve is your own. Oh, snap. So what we have to do is we have to learn that, like, we have to spend more time developing and honing our creative skills to create solutions for other people's problems. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Okay, so find a better purpose. What's the purpose? Purpose to serve. Purpose to serve the people and solve their problem. Guess what? Their problem is solved when they know it's solved, not when you think it's solved. Well, I sold them the thing. It's not my fault if they didn't do it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Okay. So purpose to serve. That's number one. Number two, purpose to sort. What do you mean purpose to sort? Understand that your offer's not for everybody. And if somebody's going to be a no, a fast no is better than a forever maybe. It is not my job to turn a no into a yes. I will spend exactly zero energy turning a no into a yes. Myron, how do you overcome objections? I don't get objections. What do you mean you don't get objections? I answer the questions in my presentation so that all an objection is an infected question that wasn't answered in your presentation. So I don't get objections. Okay. Purpose to sell. Now, when I say sell, I'm not talking about convincing. I'm talking about persuading. Convincing is the opposite of persuading. Convincing is when I attempt to get you to do something I desire you to do for my reasons. Persuasion is when I help you make a decision you already desire to make for your own reasons. This is why we sell. Like, yes, I give people enough information in my presentation to empower the yes they already desire to have. You don't pay attention to somebody because you don't want what they have. What do you think about it? Works for me. So when you're selling, what you're doing is you're using your words to more clearly show people that the offer that you've created solves their problem. Okay, cool. So, find better people, better purpose, better people to serve, better purpose to start, bigger problems to solve. Guess what? The bigger the problem, the bigger the price. Like, you want to start a business? Like, see, what people don't realize is the problem you solve matters. Like, let's say you're really good at generating leads for a business, okay? And so you can generate 1,000 leads a month for a business, like qualified leads. You can generate those 1,000 leads a month for a pizza shop, where every time somebody buys a pizza, the average customer spends $20 to help that person make $20,000. Or you can help a cosmetic dentist or a cosmetic surgeon or an attorney or somebody, a consultant, somebody who, when they make a sale, that sale is $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $100,000. Why? Because let's say you have a business and every time you make a sale, you make $20,000. If I generate leads for your business, I can charge you, if I can get you 5 sales a month, that's $100,000 a month. You would happily pay me $20,000 a month for those 5 sales. Are y'all tracking? See, here's your problem. The real reason you're having a hard time in business is because you're thinking of the marketplace instead of thinking from the marketplace. It's like the old Clint Black song, put yourself in my shoes. That's the song your customers are singing. Put yourself in my shoes. So you need better problems to solve. They're better because the solution is desirable. That's what makes the problem a better problem to solve. The marketplace desires it. See, you think, well, but Myron, you don't understand. I went to school and I got my degree in psychotherapy, and so I'm really good at helping people heal from past trauma. The only problem is, the only people who talk like that and think like that are people who are in your industry. Even if I have past trauma, I'm not thinking, I need to find somebody to help me heal from my past trauma. I might think, man, I wish I didn't get angry all the time. I might be thinking, man, I wish I didn't feel so depressed all the time. Well, but see, people who go to school to learn how to do something, they don't talk like that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to help you to stop getting mad every time something happens. I'm going to teach you how to look at it from a totally different perspective, so things that used to make you mad now make you thankful. You say, what? Right? Okay. So it's a better problem because the solution is more desirable. It's a better solution because the solution is more measurable. What do I mean measurable? I see this all the time. When people talk about their offers, there's no clear, distinct before, and there's no clear, distinct after. Like, if you're helping somebody, one of the reasons weight loss offers work so well, is because you weigh so much before, and then I'm going to show you how to lose X amount of pounds in X amount of days. Pounds are measurable, days are measurable. The reason make money offers are so profitable is because you know how much money you're making. You know it's less than you'd like to be making. So if I can show you how to turn your annual income into your monthly income, that's desirable. And it's also measurable. But one of the reasons it's desirable is because it is measurable. Does that make sense? Reason relationship offers work so well, I'm going to show you how to go from being alone to having the love of your life, of your dreams in the next 30, 60, 90 days. Right? See, people got excited about that. and I'm just giving it as an illustration. I don't know how to help you do that. So, more measurable, more desirable, it needs to be more believable. You can't tell someone, even if a solution is desirable and it's measurable, if it's like so ridiculously unbelievable, nobody's going to buy into it. Like even if you've gotten the results before, until you got enough results where enough people are giving you credit for this ridiculous solution that you're proclaiming that you have, until you have enough case studies, like dial it back. Most people who are making $60,000 a year are not wanting to make $60,000 a month. They're just wanting to make $120,000 a year. Like, if I talk to a person who's making $500,000 a month about how to make $1 million a month, it's easier for them to believe that than it is for somebody who's making $60,000 a month to believe that I can help them make $100,000 a month. It's just the way it is. It needs to be believable for them, not believable for you. Okay? So even if you can get results this big, maybe you only need to tell them about results that big. And once they get here, then you can tell them about this. Okay? Better preparation steps also make for a better offer. What does better preparation steps mean? It means you better prepare your message. I'm going to tell you something. There are so many half-baked ideas in the marketplace. marketplace. I'm like, dude, if you would have just thought for 15 more minutes, this could have been good. Right? There are more underdeveloped ideas in the world than there are fully developed ideas. You could make a fortune just fully developing other people's underdeveloped ideas. For instance, I'm not gonna do it in the form of a whole concept. I'm just gonna give you an illustration of a quote. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln was a great man. Like, I mean, that's depends on. I think that's incontrovertible. He was a great man. So, Abraham Lincoln said, "I will prepare myself, and perhaps my time will come." That has been quoted millions of times. Millions. But it's incomplete. I'm going to complete it. Myron Golden says, your time's going to come whether you prepare yourself or not. If you're prepared when your time comes, it will reveal you. If you're not prepared, it will expose you. See, there are people who know less than you about the thing you know a lot about. And they've underdeveloped an idea and took it to the marketplace and gotten paid. But you have a more fully developed concept that nobody knows about. And so you live on the struggle bus. So, better prepared message, better prepared messenger. A prepared messenger is better than a prepared message. You know what you absolutely, unequivocally must do? You must become better at your craft. Any day that you're not getting better, you are getting worse. There is no stay the same. How many of y'all tracking? Let me hear you say I'm tracking. Okay, cool. So, better prepared messenger, and then a better prepared market. How do you prepare your market? Did you know that you can prepare the market you serve for your offer before you deliver them your offer? Pages. So it's so good. It's literally the whole book is not about nothing but pre-frames. And so many people don't pre-frame anything. Anyway, so better pre-frames are set. You declare better pre-frames, and then in those declared pre-frames, you show them a better destination. You know what most people do? Most people don't show the destination in their presentation. They show the transportation in their presentation. What do I mean? Like, it's like the result is Hawaii. You're going to Hawaii, right? But that's the destination. But the transportation is the plane. What's the plane? The process, the pieces. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to use Slack, and we're going to use Trello boards and Slack channels, and we're going to use Airtables and spreadsheets, and then after that we got 10 modules. Then you start going into your pieces. We got 10 modules with 6 videos and 7 audios, and then you're talking about all the stuff that nobody cares. All you're doing is describing the plane. Nobody goes to Hawaii for the plane. They don't go there for the transportation. They go there for the destination. Describe the destination, what their life is going to look like, what their life is going to feel like. And then get better at descriptions. Like, learn some adjectives other than that thing. Some nouns other than that thing. Some adjectives other than really great. It's going to be super. It's going to be boss. It's going to be fire. Right? Like, learn to paint words with your pictures. Oh, you should talk now, just read about it. Learn to paint pictures with your words, right? Okay. Better pre-frames to set. Better positioning sequences. What's a positioning sequence? Okay. Man, this was so cool for me when I realized it. When you are making an offer, if you don't give the people you're making the offer to something to compare it to, they're always going to compare it to something that costs more than your offer and is worth less than your offer. So it's your job. It's your job to give them what to compare it to. Does that make sense? Yeah. So if you're teaching people how to lose weight without dieting, you have to show them how much diets cost and how it's a proven fact that they don't work and and you show them the word diet. The first 3 letters are die. That's why you feel like you're going to die when you're on a diet, right? Right. Okay. So better positioning sequences, better comparisons. So when you have better comparisons, for instance, like I did was show somebody what they already have, and then they went and used it, and they made $1.6 million. They could have made the $1.6 million before I showed up, if somebody else would have showed them that they already had that they were the resource. Are y'all tracking? Okay, so that's what I mean by comparison. So I'm comparing my coaching program to a college education. Okay, y'all figured it out. Okay, comprehension. So better comprehension. So when you have better positioning and sequences, then that leads to better compensation. First for them. Like you're revealing what they get out of the offer. That's a positioning sequence. You show them what their life is going to look like when they get there. That's positioning. It's pre-framing, but it's also positioning. You're literally inserting their life into the transformation as if it's already happened in your description. Okay. Is this too heavy? No? Okay. I just want to make sure y'all okay. Okay. So that was number 6. Number 7, we're almost done. Number 7, better promises simply stated. The best promise is one that's desired, but it's also clear. So the promise is better because they are clear. The promises are better because they're clear. You know exactly what the transformation is. See, here's what happens. A lot of people who make offers, they are not clear on the transformation, so they don't know how to make it clear for somebody else what the transformation is. Are y'all tracking? Okay. So they're better because they're clear. They're clear because they're better communicated. I don't like to talk. Get over yourself. I'm not good at talking. Get over that too. You weren't good at walking when you landed on this planet. Get better. And because they're more clear, and because they're better communicated, now they are better comprehended. And when they're better comprehended, it's easier for people to say yes. Better promises clearly stated. That's number 7. Number 8, better presentation strategies. Okay, I probably shouldn't do this on my community service because this is something that I generally only teach in my $55,000 mastermind, but I'm going to share it with y'all briefly so y'all can figure it out from here. How do you communicate a message better? By using better pictures. Say, what do you mean better pictures? Larry, can you show my digital blackboard? Show them my digital blackboard. That's what I mean, better pictures. Notice I didn't say prettier pictures. I said better pictures. This is so much more effective than a PowerPoint presentation with a bunch of static pictures on it for you to be looking at and attempting to figure out what I'm going to say. Why? Because leave it there. Because you are developing the concept in your mind alongside of me while I'm uncovering it with my words. How many of you are not artists? Good, congratulations, you can do this. How many of y'all know how to draw a stick man? Okay, good, you get the picture. So they're clear, it's a better presentation when you have better pictures. Better pictures are pictures that you develop in front of your audience, not pictures that you develop in a booth in the back in a corner in the dark and then show them to your audience and hope they get it. Do you know what? If I'm saying something right here and I can see in your face that I've confused you, I can fix it right here. I don't have to wait till I'm done and then go fix it in PowerPoint and then hope that it gets better next time. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with PowerPoint. If you're going to use PowerPoint and a flip chart, PowerPoint and a digital blackboard, PowerPoint and a chalkboard, but draw something. Better pictures that causes people to see what you mean. Okay? Better pictures will make you have much better presentations. Better parables. What's a parable? A story. You got to get good at storytelling. One of the ways you get better at telling stories, don't tell them unimportant details that don't matter to the concept. Like if it's irrelevant to the concept, it's not worth talking about. Well, yeah, there was a man, he was 37, and his wife, she was 36. Unless this is going to have something to do with something that happened when they got a year older, or you don't need to know their age. Only tell them the facts about the story that are pertinent to making the point. As my good friend Andy Enriquez says, never make a point without telling a story, and never tell a story without making a point. It'll make you a better storyteller, right? And so you have better pictures, or better integration of pictures, better integration of parables in your presentation strategy, and better integration of principles. I'm going to tell you something. You want to do something to change your life? Study a wide range of topics, but go deep on the ones that are special to you. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to find something in your wide that's going to expand your knowledge on your deep. And then you'll be able to talk about the thing you go deep on better than anybody else who talks about it. If you want to learn how to do that intentionally, there's in his head, not on his head, not in front of his head, in his head. Anyway, I'm going to talk more about that later on a different day. Okay, so, and then lastly, better pricing systems. You want to make great offers? You have to have a better way to price your offers. The offer is better because it's based on preparation. What preparation? The preparation that I have spent discovering how to have this transformation for me, and then I've shared it with enough people and answered their questions long enough to know how to help you get the same transformation. But your pricing is also based on better payoffs. Not better payoffs for you, better payoffs for your clients.